Well, just days ahead of Prime Minister Modi's visit to the US, Lockheed Martin has signed an agreement with India's Tata Advanced Systems to produce the F-16 fighter planes in India. However, this Make in India drive could run the risk of conflicting with US President Donald Trump's America First campaign. Lockheed and Tata have said that moving the production base in India would not cost American jobs. To discuss this further, we're now joined by Rahul Gangal, partner at Roland Berger. He joins us on the line from Paris, on the sidelines of the Paris Air Show. Rahul, appreciate you joining us. It is a significant announcement, but realistically, what does it really mean? Because the Indian Air Force and the Indian government are yet to even start the bidding process as far as a single fighter jet is concerned. So it is not a given that Lockheed and Tata will supply the F-16 to the Indian Air Force to start with. How do you see this agreement panning out?
It is a very significant announcement. In fact, it is the talk of the show, one of the key points of the show right now. It is very rare for the firm to go out and establish a line for the premier jet in the world. It's not a line of an aircraft that is out of service. It's a brand new aircraft which is being produced. It's a company which will be the company that will be producing it. Tata Advanced Systems has enough credentials and capability. It's demonstrated its ability to do complex aerostructures and deliver them as a global single source for Lockheed in the past. It is a great vote of confidence in India and in the capability of this company. And yes, it's not clear whether this is intended for the Indian market, but this positions Tata Advanced Systems very well for the single-engine fighter strategic partner initiative. And if need be, there is a source and a platform available to the Indian Air Force in India.
So would this bolster the case of Lockheed Martin and Tata Advanced Systems, as you were pointing out, Rahul, because we are given to understand that maybe in a few months from now, the government will announce the bids for the single-engine fighter jet. Do you think this bolsters Lockheed Martin's case against Saab and the Gripen, for instance?
It bolsters Tata Advanced Systems' proposal as the strategic partner of choice. And by having Lockheed there, it provides an alternative of a proven, well-established, well-supported platform. Let's not forget that there are over 4,000 of this specific platform flying in the world. So it's a well-established, proven fighter line, and it's a brand new aircraft which is being proposed. So Tata Advanced Systems has taken a lead over the others in this matter now.
My final question to you, Rahul. Prime Minister Modi is headed to Washington, D.C. to meet President Trump. And we were just talking about, while both Tata'S as well as Lockheed Martin have in their press release said that this is not going to come at the cost of American jobs, this is going to be interesting on how the Prime Minister, perhaps, if at all, brings up this issue with President Trump, or how President Trump reacts to Lockheed's announcement.
I think it's a win-win for both sides. For the Honorable Prime Minister, it's a case of successful execution of Make in India with a global contractor on a global platform, which will be made in India. For the President of the United States, it's a good case where a company has found an innovative method to not lose jobs in America and not shift the production line out just because of cost, but exploit a market potential which exists in India and yet be able to deliver buy American, hire American in America. So I think it is a win-win for all sides. Personally speaking, it's a great example to be established where the political objectives of both countries are addressed, the military objectives of both countries are addressed, and it creates significant economic value in India.
Well, this is certainly, as Rahul was pointing out, this is the talk of the Paris Air Show, and it certainly is creating headlines back home as well, and perhaps will be a talked about item when Prime Minister Modi visits Washington, D.C. over the weekend. Rahul, always a pleasure. Many thanks for joining us here on CNBC TV 18.